him also. He's
All right,
making a
we're
YouTube
back.
video. He will interview me right now.
So I saw that the last project you said there was some interesting people. Could you kind of explain what happened and what's going on with this project? Because I'm super excited to see you back in live full effect.
So actually, let me start with this. At first, after seeing the hype from the people, that's not for the project, for me, that for what I'm doing.
Right.
I got a little bit upset about doing that project, to be honest, because you see a trucker doing almost like something like podcasts, but
Uh huh.
it had nothing to do with that cats looks like gods, right?
Right.
And whole time I was thinking, where can I take this project? And people were asking me, the new people, not the ones who were with me for hours, but the new one, hey, what is the future plan for this project? I'm like, I don't know. I just wanna stream, right?
Yeah.
so,
Right.
so what happened was, if you remember, I told you that I'm just focused on interacting with people, and I have chosen an admin team
Exactly.
from the investors. So this team actually was playing with me. They were farmers, same team, and
Ah.
they used my funds. They made me use my funds on the boats and the deck spinner, and with my hard work, and they were the one who got benefited.
Gotcha. So the
And
whole time they were
and I
essentially using you like a deploy while you were streaming.
Yes, so actually I didn't even know what was farming until yesterday. Someone joined to my TG
Uh huh.
and he said he's educating peoples about crypto, and he said he been watching me, he loved enjoyed watching me, but he said, I know it's not you. I wanna warn you, you've been working for them. So and then
Right.
I'm like, okay, what is farming? So to me, okay, I don't wanna lie. I love this space, but I have never been into deep into it. And to me, understanding what is farming was like, when you give a 78 years old grandpa a phone, a smartphone, the way they are using, I was the same way. And then he was patient. He made me understand.
Yeah.
Thank God. And I understood two things. So first of all, I understood what is farming, and secondly, I understood there was nothing I could do. And
Sure.
it's like anyone can go anywhere and do farming on anyone's token now.
Yeah,
And I
especially at
said,
this
man,
market cap. I mean, it's once it's so low, you can, unfortunately, you have guys out there that got money, and really, when it comes down to it, the whole farming process is essentially scaring people that are potential diamond holders. They'll put in like a soul, and then they'll be up for a little bit, and all of a sudden the charts just goes down crazy on them, and then it forces them to sell on a panic, and that panic sale sells for a loss to someone else's pocket. By the same token, it doesn't benefit the project at all. So I completely understand.
yeah, so it was actually what was going on. And but the issue is, okay, I knew someone was farming, but so I didn't know who. It could be anyone, right?
Right.
And what happened was, so after 33 hours of streaming, and I figured out it was who it was, and I figured out I have been trusting and promoting actually the farmers by mistake. I've been telling people, hey, I want to thank to Kryptonite, I want to thank to Justin for their help, but they were
Yeah.
the ones, and they offered me to join their group, and I said no. But the issue is today when I created this token, I had this thing that you will be surprised. So first of all, that team attacked me, been using all racist slurs and all those bad comments,
Sure.
and
Sure.
I couldn't stop them because now they can just go under my video chat and put the chat, write whatever they want to do it.
Well, the good news is you got a
And
project that finally is completely in your hands. And honestly, like I was telling you, it's such a good play for you. You're already in a meta where you're streaming, and the whole thing is like this, yellow truck, and it just works so much better for you than the cat theme.
I'm glad you like it, man. Could you have a chance to check my website and see the memes?
Ah, absolutely. I am checking it out as we speak right now. The viewers are able to see it. So,
Because
mhm,
the last time you said it was AI helped, but this time
right.
I took my lesson again. So
You know, it's good because a
so
lot of
I
times
actually spent
people
time on it.
feel like AI might be a cheap like way to scam. So AI isn't as popular as we would think it would be, right? Considering that it's such an easier tool to use. But when you have yourself a docs person and you meme yourself along with the whole meta of you consistently driving, it's a consistent thing where it says, okay, that's gotta go. That's gotta go to Radium, and I 100% know it.
That's cool, man.
So,
So
what which have you been doing today? So, what's the plan now moving forward that you got this under control now? Are you going to do anything different than you did with the last particular project?
so with the last particular project that like you said, it was I had help from the AI, and there was not really many meme ideas I could mix it with what I was doing, the
Right.
streaming while trucking. But now I can definitely make memes and post them and
Absolutely.
share it with people, and there will be non-stop streaming. And one if we hit anytime soon the raid, the streaming will keep going on X or and plus on Telegram itself. And so
Absolutely.
actually, I'm glad that I started that meme. It's the point is what I'm actually doing this time. So
Oh
it's like
yeah.
I don't really need to change what I'm doing, because point is the plan is already on and it's gonna keep going.
100%. 100%.
And just one thing I wondered, and I was gonna ask you about it, to be honest,
Yes.
that if you could show me the way, or if you could help me with it. I would love to join some of those spaces that the creators joins and
Oh yeah.
talks about their project. And if I ever invited, or if I know how to do that, I would love to, because I can tell. First of all, this time it's completely, this is unique. I can
Sure.
tell. And this is something cannot be copied, because in order for them to copy, they have to start this business and become a trucker before becoming the owner of that token.
Yeah, I mean,
So
up to 100%. Like, this is a situation where you embody the complete marketing of it, which essentially mitigates in the future from being CTO'd because you are the meme itself.
yes, yes. So that's what I was telling people. I'm like, guys, don't try to see it too. I'm not gonna give myself to you. So
Exactly. Exactly. And I
and
love
and
what you're doing, man. I really truly do. Now, let me ask you a question. When it comes down to
yes,
radium specifically, right? Do you find yourself wondering about possibly still streaming on Pump, considering that radium doesn't really have those live features that Pump is kind of saying? Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw an update today that Pump is about to do another UI update in the next 24 hours. It's crazy how fast things are moving in these DeFi waters.
oh, that's great. So for your question is actually, I'm not sure. They told me if we hit the ray, I'm not able to stream on Pump Fun anymore. If I
Well,
am,
you can.
I think Pump Fun is great space.
Yeah, I think so. I think
It,
well, the one thing is that I love about Pump is it's tool to be able to allow other users to buy and sell transactions, whether it's on Pump or Radio. So after the migration curve, anybody can still go to Pump, purchase the coin, and sell the coin, like it's on Radio. So that's cool. And then yeah, like you said, the whole aspect of being live, as long as you use the dev wallet, you can always be live on your own project, even if it's on Radium. The only thing is, people will only see it if you start to, I believe, do bump buys. Like it's gonna show at the top. I think though, because you gotta remember, people still gotta see it in a sense.
oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. To be honest, after today, we right. I think few minutes before you got in,
Huh?
me and one of my team member, we decided not to use many bots anymore, man, because we really wanna. this is real time, real life meme. This is not just any dog dog meme that been taken from Google or any website. Is it's a person that became meme, and you can see from the website. I'm not shy of making fun of myself, and I'm confident. I'm focused, and of course there are things I cannot do it for this, but it's really the very last things that only will hurt my honor,
Okay,
and otherwise I can do anything to uh, get get my community where they deserve to be at.
I
And
got you.
yeah, I will.
You
Yeah,
know, I
then
actually
we
was.
are planning to do organically grow more than
So check this out.
helping
I'm
a lot of
actually
help
on
from.
X right now as we speak. I'm looking actually at Pump Fund. They just did a update on their gold check account as of literally a couple hours ago. It's a pretty big update. I'm gonna read it to you so that way you can drive at the same time. The
Yeah,
first thing
please.
says coin creation now is free. So they just made the coin creation free. Number two, coin creators, such as yourself, the deployers, will receive zero point 0.5, which is roughly at the moment $80 when their coin completes its bonding curve.
Oh,
So
that's
you're so that's a little kickback, right? Which is interesting because you don't even gotta worry about doing anything to the dev wallet. You as long as you get to the bottom curve, you get an extra point 0.5. How does it work? Well, this is how it works. Instead of the creator having to buy, or sorry, having to pay the $2 for the coin creation, the cost is now paid by the first buyer of the coin. Now, what this does is
oh,
unlocks the use case of study someone creating a coin without buying any of its supply. So I guess people would obviously in the past they would create coins, and no one would buy the supply, and then they would just dump. You know, the word to bump, and it was just like it was just trash. You know, so this gives a case study of reason why now people wouldn't buy the supply. Um, and also it says this gets paid out from the pump fund migration fee. Now only 1.5 Sol. It is paid regardless of whether the coin dev has ever held the coin or is still holding the coin. The reward also gives incentives for all devs to get their coin to 100%. You see what they're doing here?
okay. That's part I confused me actually. Can you
I'll read it
explain
again,
for
no
the
problem.
people
I'll
who?
read it right again. It says, so what do they do? So they receive zero point 0.5 SOL, which is the $80 if the coin
Yeah.
completes the bonding curve. So we got that. So then this gets paid out from Pump Fund's migration fee. So right now,
Okay.
it's only 1.5 SOL. But if it gets paid regardless of whether the coin dev has paid the coin, so basically it's like this, right? Even if you've like not saying you will do this, but even if you decide to sell your coin completely now,
All right.
basically when CTOs happens, devs are still gonna get fucking paid. This is what basically what it sounds.
Oh wow, that's huge actually.
Yeah, yeah. And here's a final
That's
note here. It says when the coin is created, it's not put on chain until someone buys it. Ooh. That's why sometimes there's maybe some differences between time it's launched on Pump Fund interface and when launched on mainnet. What you'll see on SoulScan, for instance. So maybe I'm not saying this. I'll have to read the comments. I gotta read it, but maybe, just maybe, they might be trying to kill snipers. Maybe. You see what I'm saying here? Because if the
oh yeah.
contract is deployed and you're only able to essentially kind of see it on Pump Fund only in a sense. And until the very, very first person buys it, then it actually sells. The actual contract actually deploys on SoulScan. That is kind of game changing.
Actually, it's good to see Palfon trying to get better than it was,
Yeah.
and I think even with this live streaming, I think 2 weeks ago, 2 3 weeks ago, if you stream on your phone, it will show a small screen, and it was really hard to you know uh, put in the right position to show yourself. But now it's better; it shows like whole screen, and they have fixed that issue. Like then when I seen it, I was like, that's great, because it's not just a website trying to make money off people. They are actually investing in their
Yeah.
business. So it's good to see in crypto space that they are trying to stay and do their best to become the better than they were before. So
No, absolutely, absolutely. I definitely see a lot of different changes happening, and and like guy, for example, someone like yourself, if anybody was to do like, for example, a fake CTO in that last project, all your hard work at least would not be in complete waste time, knowing that you'll get a little bit of monetization from Pump and the way that they've essentially changed the mechanics of things, which is kind of bullish.
yeah, I mean it is really bullish. It is really bullish. I mean, the only thing is I don't like with this idea. So there are people who had to leave their tokens because of their hard work didn't work out. It's way less than people who just started and only purpose of scamming, and they left. So now rest of the people decided to CTO. So most of the time we see them more than someone hard worker, right? And I think that's I don't want to lie. I don't like only that feature. I don't think it makes sense to me because every time I see a CTO, I have never seen someone paid a lot of time and effort on it and had to leave. I mostly haven't seen
Yeah,
someone started and run away, and people try to protect what they hold.
yeah. There's a lot of
So
information um, that is coming out right now. Out of the last 4 hours, DeFi consistently has a way of changing second by second. You can never, be up too far, two steps ahead of this thing. It always is moving at a pace where we can't even, fathom to imagine. Basically, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, man. Thanks for giving me this information. To be honest, I was so busy to make my research about compound lately, and
Right.
I don't think I will get to know for a very long time if you weren't the one who told me.
Yeah, I think we're in a definitely a state here where uh, they're essentially trying to shake stuff up. There's a lot of competition out there too. The competition doesn't have an edge when it comes to specifically the social media things, and hence why we're having this conversation now, because there's no other website in the world, as I know of yet, that offers the ability to a developer to be able to have this type of transparency and communication with their community and still be able to fundraise for their token. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is great. They are actually thinking about their investors and everyone who joins their portal. Yeah, it's really great. And you're right. I have never known that if there is any other website is doing this for the investors or for the people who are trying to understand crypto. So
Absolutely,
that's really amazing. Yeah, that is
100%,
really
brother.
amazing.
Well, is there anything you want to say left to the community out there once we post this, so that way they have an understanding of your mindset and where you're taking this to the future?
Yes. So if you guys, I have few more. So what I wanna say is I have few more peoples who understands what is my plan is, and I hope someday you guys will see what I'm seeing and will understand actually what I'm doing is it's going to be future of crypto. The crypto is not only the creating memes from animals. I'm not against them though. I like them, but that anyone can become meme someday. And no matter what you are, who you are, what's your personality, there are always people who can like you, who can enjoy your conversation. So just please don't be afraid. Try to do your best, and you can absolutely start something. You don't need to look for so far. You can be the project. So that's
And you
that's
know
all I
what,
will
Matt?
say.
Speaking of you could be the project, I just thought of the one of the most phenomenal ideas that might be able to kill two birds in one stone when it comes to maybe making your project go to far beyond 500, 200, K. what I was thinking is, and this is something that I just literally out of my mind. I'm a guy who comes with a lot of ideas sometimes, but check this out. If you go, well, not if, but when you get to radio, right?
All
If
right.
you were to possibly in your socials, you have the banner, you got the X, you got the website, along with, basically you have three type of links that you can input into your ticker, right? Uh,
Yeah.
I would recommend whether you could somehow find out on the website to do it, or if you want to sacrifice the website, if you make the pump fund link the website instead of the website, and you're always streaming because you're always in one spot anyways. You have no choice. It's your job, right? So if you take advantage
Yeah.
of this, what happens is instead of people going to your website and seeing, obviously they'll get to it if they see the pump fund link. But if they see the pump fund link, guess what? They kill two birds with one stone. They can not only buy and sell from there, not even use, deck screener. They can use pump to buy and sell right on decks, but they can see you again on your stream because your website's not offering stream services. And it's not like the people are okay with going to another website and streaming off of it because they're not sure if they're trying to leak information, but they're okay and comfortable with Pump Fund because it's became a brand. So if you created a link on the Dex to go straight back to Pump Fund, you could completely always be live, and people could completely always continue to buy and diamond sell, knowing that you're the constant force of this like Truman Show ongoing, 24/7 camera events. Sense. Just an idea.
I will definitely keep that in my mind. Actually, to say this is a great idea, and yeah, I will definitely
And
tell
if
this
if you
and
do that,
consider
you
this
don't got
with
to
the
worry about
community
bump buys
also.
either, too. Because that way the traffic, no matter what, is going to come to the pump phone link, and the pump phone link is going to be able to do what? Give you the Twitter, give you the Telegram, give you the website, give you the live stream, give you the buy sell tools right on your phone, all mobily, all in one place, which your website currently can't do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I believe Pompon is the easiest way to create the community right now because I am able to reach thousands of people every single day,
Yeah. Uh,
and I love this feature because if I don't have thousands of followers, that it's gonna be hard for me to reach that many peoples on Twitter. So it's
yeah.
great for me to create my
Honestly,
community and get
it's
it bigger.
probably only a matter of time till Pump Fund starts to compete with actually Telegram themselves. I think maybe
Oh, that's
late
great.
quarter 2025, if we have a real bullish market, I think they're gonna drop some shit on us that might compete with Telegram. To be honest with you,
Oh, that would be great, actually. That would be really great. And that will take the pump on in another level also.
whole nother ball game. Yeah, absolutely. But hey, brother, it's always a pleasure talking with you. I'm definitely get this syndicated as soon as possible. Please, please drive safely. We know that
Oh,
you're doing a
thank you
lot
so
out there, and
much.
I appreciate so much you're doing for the roads while we sleep, getting things left and right. I appreciate it. The world appreciates what you do, brother.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. It was very nice talking to you also. It was always a pleasure. And thanks for your service, man. And knowing this comes from your heart to do it, not you're not paid, I know, and it comes from your heart to do it.
You
It
know,
makes it even more special than ever.
I know. I'll just take a couple seconds here, the last portion of this episode, just to kind of give you a little idea, a little shill myself, just to do a little shill
Yeah.
less. So, a lot of times people ask me that, like, you're doing these interviews left and right, you're not getting paid. But I've taken a different approach when it comes to Web3. I'm gonna actually myself drop a few tokens. But what I'm developing is a project which is essentially an autonomous robot. But the robot works unlike any robot you've ever seen in Web3 because the robot requires a human brain to actually interact with it. That's the difference. Most of these robots are 100% requiring essentially of a non-emotional person. But the robot I created, it requires one thing and one thing only, and that's myself. So what I do is I come into these pump funds, right, from developer tokens that are essentially all doxed coins, and I come in on the lowest markups possible, like the 7,000s, the 6,000s, the 5,000 markups, right? And we do these interviews, and
Okay.
then what happens is 9 times out of 10, I'll go ahead and I'll get myself a little bag, at a small mark cap, and then I put it on YouTube. Now, where my bot comes in at is essentially is listening for my wallet every single second of the day. So the moment I go into a particular coin, then anybody that is essentially using my bot will literally do the exact same thing, and it's essentially I'm for the community vetting projects on a human basis, which a robot essentially cannot and never do, even AI at this moment. You know what I'm saying? So now,
Oh, that's
autonomously, while
nice.
you're sleeping or while you're driving around, you got if you're using the Loketo bot, then while I go in from rabbit hole to rabbit hole, rabbit hole to dev, and actually vet and I interview at the same time, I'm actually at the same time going to say to myself, do I invest in this after? And if I do put a coin in after, guess what? All those people using my bot that's it's listening to my wallet autonomously, boom, goes right in there with their own stop trail losses and all that stuff, and they basically can essentially trade knowing that they have a human video that is also a basically basic what's it called, a beginning point of that trade, that trade. So basically, it's almost like you don't have to worry about gambling so much. You're getting the aspects of trading from a more strategic, more base, more transparent point of view. Does that make sense?
Oh, that makes completely sense, man. And it's really actually. So is this your project that you are
Yeah.
running it? It's
Yes,
like,
sir. I'm gonna be dropping this
man,
probably next
that's
week.
really
I've been doing a
smart,
whole
man.
bunch of videos and stuff on it, and I just did a couple different walkthroughs. I'll send some stuff to you actually to your DM so you can see what we're doing. But yeah, man, it's my project. I've been building it for about a month and a half, and yeah, it's the only thing in the game because at the end of the day, nobody, at least from what I understand, no one's doing pump fun at the moment, like going like me going trenches to trenches and doing interviews. And so I thought to myself,
Yeah,
how can I
no one
leverage
does it
that?
actually.
And I did a case study, and when I did a case study, I found that out of like 10 uh, docs devs that I interviewed, out of 10 of them, 8 of them went to Ray. So then I thought to myself, well, that's monetizable. If that's the case, then that's like a 80% trade rate. So if I go in and do the homework, because a lot of the times these people they don't want to work for their bags. They say, "Oh, you should work for your bags," but you're in DeFi because you don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, that's
so
right. That's
I have
right.
to come in like the worker, and I just so happen to love to speak to people and get their common ground. So I might as well kill two birds with one stone by not only posting it, but before I even post it to YouTube, guess what? Anybody using that Loketo bot is already into the play. So it's a win-win situation for everybody.
Actually, this is really, no, I wanna wish you good luck with your project, and I think this is a perfect idea. And
Thank you,
yeah,
brother.
I've been watching few of your videos, and you are feeling good on the screen also. I can tell, and I like the vibe you are giving away. When to be honest, when you made my video
Yes, sir.
that I told, it will be just small portion of the some whole video that has many many other projects. And when I seen it whole video was about our token, I was like, man, I have to support this person no matter what.
I appreciate it,
And
brother.
so I will love to support your work. And I think right now in my personal account I'm following you
So
on
I'm definitely
X.
gonna give you as much information I can. What I'm trying to convey to the community before I drop next week is I'm gonna change the game a little bit, and the reason why is because the way you can get the bot is basically you have two opportunities. One, you can either do a 72-hour trial. In order to do that 72-hour trial, though, you have to own 2.5 million of my tokens, and that gives you a 72-hour, like preview of the bot, and you can just have it full stream with all you want to do with it for 72 hours. But if you want to buy straight up like lifetime, we'll do a 10 Solana, and that gives you a lifetime updates with the bot. So what happens is when I drop these tokens, people are essentially have an incentive to basically purchase 2.5 million and hold it for 3 days, not because they're diamond holders, but just because they want the bot. But it just unfortunately makes diamond holders because of the situation that they have to, bada bing bada boom, So what
Yeah,
happens
that makes
is
sense.
when the market cap goes up, though, they're not just holding these tokens. They literally buy 2.5 million, and then they're selling the 2.5 million, not to the block back to the blockchain, but back to who? Me, the deployer. So all I'm doing like is giving out my supply to the world. They coming back, they're giving it back to me without selling it. And it's essentially I have two options at that point. A, if I sell, it's a good thing, not a bad thing, because guess what? The price goes lower and they can get more 2.5 for a lower price. But if I don't sell,
Absolutely.
then guess what happens? The price goes higher and higher because everyone wants to get in and do the 72 hours. But here's the kicker. This is what gives me an ammunition to continue doing more and more deploys because they want more 2.5 million at a lower cap. You see what I'm saying? So either
Oh, that
way,
makes sense.
if I'm farmed, people will love that because they want that 2.5 million at a lower cap. If I'm not farmed, people still will love that. I've made it a way where in my ecosystem, everyone fucking wins.
You know, man, I can tell you've been thinking about this for really too much, and I think every each details you have been spending your time on thinking it. Every each details I can tell because you know the one thing I really like about you than talking to you.
Yes, sir.
Every each project is in your mind is not only for your benefit. That's actually you are thinking for your and for the people's benefits, and it's always benefits both sides. It doesn't
Absolutely.
benefit just one side. So you know this is really great about you. I think you're a great person, man. You should be followed, and
Thank you,
you
brother. I
should
appreciate
definitely
it.
be watched, and you should get where you deserve to be at. You
Yeah,
know,
it's
and
starting to heat up. You know, I've done about a honestly 20 or so episodes of this Pump Fun Docs series, and I've been going hard at it,
yeah,
and it's been working. I think the views been coming in nicely, the comments been coming in crazy. So I'm now trying to take it to the next level, and I'm so happy that you're a part of this journey with me, brother.
absolutely, absolutely. You have all my support. Please share the details with me, and like I
Absolutely.
said, I will love to support in any how I can,
I got you. I'm gonna go
and
ahead
I'm
and get
sure
this
it will be for
uploaded.
my own benefit also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll get it uploaded right away. And I appreciate your time. Please drive safe. And I'll talk to you soon, brother. We love you.
Thank you so much for your time, man. You have a good one.
God bless you, brother.